What's up, guys? Episode 3 of the FXR. I don't even know if I call it a build anymore or a project. It's Sunday. I wanted to work on this Friday night, but things happened. I did get the nuts loose on the front pulley where the compensator would be, and I got the clutch hub off. This one I used fat ass socket and a jack. Had the bar out to like here, got that loose. And this one was reverse thread. I did see on some YouTube videos, it's hard to find YouTube videos on Evo stuff and FXR stuff. One guy had like a clutch hub puller, secretly hoping that I don't need that. And then the starter assembly, I saw a little video, there's a bolt up top. I can get the shaft out. And then it looks like as long as I pull the starter from the other side, this assembly here should be able to come off when I pull the inner primary. My workshop's a mess. My workspace is a mess. I need to clean and reorganize. I don't know what I'm less confident in this YouTubing or mechanic stuff. I got a whole bunch of parts. I got a swing arm that the dude screwed me on the bearings. He forgot them and then won't respond. There's a lot, like the marketplace has a lot of good FXR parts and then a lot of scam pages. There's a lot of Instagrams and Facebook pages that are set up. And there's like some dudes that are 3 hours away that apparently all they do is buy and sell FXR stuff, and then you try to meet up with them instead of paying them online and they disappear. So it's really easy to get ripped off on FXR parts. I don't know about other parts because I haven't tried, but I found a dude that was parting out an FXR. I got some pretty sick parts. I got a swing arm that apparently isn't made anymore. Got an FXD front end. I got some wheels that I definitely overpaid for. A whole bunch of OEM parts. I got new gauges. So the parts, I'm okay. I got a mid-control kit that was hard to find online. I had to buy that one original because it comes with the seals and the shaft and everything for the conversion. It was pretty expensive, but at least I got the right stuff. Seems like that sold out. I'm a little bummed that like the peg mounts are black and not chrome, but that's the only thing that I could find. But yeah, I'm gonna take off the bolts on the backside over here and start trying to get this inner primary off. I'd like to get the motor out. I have an engine stand. Once I get the motor out and the trans, I have a new wiring harness too. I'm terrified. The wires are for like Dyna, so it's not going to be exactly color to color, so I'm gonna have to read some diagrams. But I have a whole new wiring harness I got for 250 bucks, the names one. Hopefully that works out well. A lot of cleaning I have to do. Then I'll sand down the frame and decide if I want to powder coat it. I got a new oil cooler too, one of the side joints. I'll get rid of this thing. I knew that this motor wasn't the original motor. I'm assuming it's like an S&S motor or something. I have an oil filter up front, and then the oil cooler feed lines go to the back, and I have another oil filter in the rear. So hopefully at some point I can figure out what's going on there, and this is getting eliminated for sure. The new oil cooler is gonna look way more dope. And then yeah, clean the frame and decide if I want to rattle can it or powder coat it. The only reason why I'm afraid of powder coating is I've seen in a couple of videos that it gets in all the threads and all that stuff has to be cleaned out. So part of me is like, do the rattle can, cover up the holes and the races. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull these races out and go that way, but I also don't want like a shitty rattle can paint job on this thing. So like everything, I don't have to make that decision today because there's a lot more. And then like the motor alignment, when I pull off this stuff, I'm gonna try not to touch it and then just hope it goes back together. I don't know, it's getting sketchy, and I hope I don't have a rinky-dink build. I don't know what I'm doing. Luckily nobody's watching these, so the embarrassment is minimal. But yeah, I'm gonna pull off the backside of this starter, see what's going on, and I'll be back with you guys in a little bit. All right, well, we didn't get very far. Looks like I need a clutch hub puller. I got the starter off on the back. Dude, I don't know, man, because that spins separately from the clutch basket. So hopefully when that comes out, the basket will follow. But it looks like they make some hub pullers. The bolts for the clutch spring that go in there, they're tight. I pulled that off with an impact, but I tried to like hand screw them on because it looks like the puller will use those and press against the shaft to pop it off. But now I'm afraid I'm going to strip this out, but those bolts were in there, so I guess theoretically they should go back in. So the engine primary, the shifter shaft back here, you can't see it with this stupid plate, super loose. So I wanted to get back there and make sure that it was just the shifter linkage that's fucked up, and hopefully not the shift shaft on the transmission. But I did find a hub puller, Amazon, not Jim's Tools, for like $30. So I don't even know if it'll work when it gets here. It's got a whole bunch of different holes on it for like mounting options. But we'll give that a whirl, and then I don't know, try to get this primary off next time. I guess I'm just gonna mess around in here for the rest of the afternoon. Try to clean some stuff up. I don't know, big bummer. I guess that's part of the learning process. I did see a little bit of hair, like fibers in here, which I'm assuming is from this belt, which is also sketch because I don't want to shred that. And then of course like alignment and everything, putting it all back together. Not exactly like Legos. That's it for now. We'll tune back in a couple days when I have some time in this hub puller. We'll see what's going on next. Welcome back. It is now Sunday. I had to take a little break. I've had a lot going on in my personal life. Side note, that's the reason why I originally made this YouTube channel, but I had decided that that wasn't the best course of action to talk about that kind of stuff on YouTube.
I bought a Amazon clutch puller. Came out here. I think I recorded a little bit of it, but not much. On like Tuesday when it came in to try to test it. And you could see maybe I tried to drill it out a little bit. It looks a lot like the Jim's tool, at least from the pictures on Amazon, but this one I could not fit to the hub. And it took me a really long time to drill out this thick chunk of metal because I don't have a drill press or really a very good drill. I did borrow temporarily a Dremel from work. I really want to get this primary off. This is my second Amazon clutch puller. I'm at the point where if this one doesn't work and I was to buy another cheap Chinese one, I would have been better off buying the $130 or $150 Jim's tool rather than trying to be cheap and use Amazon tools. So far, I bought one of those big ass sockets for the compensator nut. That didn't work. Bought a bearing tool, or a seal tool, I guess. I haven't been able to get that far to see if it works, but I doubt it will. And the first clutch hub puller also didn't work. Been working on my microphone placement, so hopefully you guys hear me breathing less, because editing the last video I realized I kind of sound like a fat guy. Not that I'm not, but you don't need to hear me breathing like a... Never mind. So I guess right off the rip I can tell the original clutch hub bolts will, this goes to the pressure plate with the springs on it, will not fit. I'm terrified that I'm going to rip the threads out of the hub trying to pull this thing. I also bought a little torch at Walmart. I found out that I believe this is a BDL clutch. The model is up for debate according to Reddit, because one of the ones that they told me it's different around the hub. And I guess I also hope that the leaking out of here doesn't, it looks like maybe a ball bearing in there. I hope I don't have some sort of seal leaking, because that likes to like seep oil. But it's a BDL clutch belt assembly, which BDL stands for Belt Drive Limited or something like that. I don't really know. This is not going to be good. So I don't have a bolt long enough, and I can't pull this plate off. So I'm already fucking winning, dude. I don't even think those are, yeah. So guaranteed, no matter what, it's not coming off today, but at least I can maybe test fit it. So this video is going to continue. This project is just, I mean, you can tell from the rip probably bit off way more than I can chew. But it's been very frustrating so far. I don't have anything. How did the last one go on so well? What did I do with that fucking... I need to clean this area so bad too. How did this one go? It's gotta be like... exact. Alright, I guess I'm like 99.9% positive I do not have any bolts longer than this. And then the odds of them being in the correct thread pitch is even lower. But I'm gonna go through the old bolt bin. I just want to get this primary off and this engine out. Alright, you don't want to listen to me complain. Welcome back. Well, this is the same video for you, which I'm assuming is going to be really fucking long. But I don't know, round 6 of the seemingly endless saga of trying to remove the inner primary. This is the second clutch hub puller that I bought from the last clip of the video. It looks like it's gonna work. The next issue that I ran into was I didn't have any bolts long enough. So it's Wednesday now. Wednesday? No. Thursday. I think it's Thursday. And I got some time off of work. So I just went to Ace and got these 5/16 4-inch bolts that I'm hoping will be long enough to finally pull this clutch hub off. I also, over the weekend, got myself a little torch. What else? Looks like I have some sort of trans seal leak. Burp. Costco protein soda. Not bad, but it's bubbly. Yeah, I got a torch. Pretty sure I have some sort of transmission seal going bad. I got fresh oil down and in the bottom, and it looks like it's dripping through this shaft, which is, you know, like everything else on this bike, alarming. So I'm going to try to get this lined up, and then hopefully the next clip you see is this thing pulling this thing out. And I'll heat it. Be right back. Wish me luck. Alright. I don't know if you can see in the video here. Let's see. The only thing that only thing that sucks is it's a little off center. You can't really tell from there, but it's not 100% lined up. But we're gonna go for it, and figured you'd want to see this. Got the bolts sunk in pretty good. Felt like they were in as far as they wanted to go. took my glasses off when I got back, and I don't know what I did with them. Oh, I see. Would really like to finish the teardown stage. I got like a Amazon engine stand for this bad boy. Probably won't work. And start cleaning up in here. This mess is driving me nuts. All right, let's heat and then pull, huh? I'm not sure if there's a seal down in there, so I'm gonna heat along the edge of it. And, try not to melt anything. Heat the shaft. There's a big ass chunk of metal, so I'm probably wasting my time. Apparently there's like a shitload of Loctite in here. I don't know. I'm scared that I'm gonna make things worse. This is awkward. It's toasty, you know? How the fuck are you supposed to? I'm about to fucking put pry bar in here. There's no way. Watch me like break my finger. And the deal is caulking inside. I feel like my hand should not be smushed in the clamping area. You know what I mean? Definitely bowed. That's hot. Nope. All right. Are you surprised? I'll be right back. All right. Well, I either broke something or I got it. I put this in here and I was cramping on this thing, torquing on that bad boy. And it was actually just sitting. I was readjusting and I heard a very loud pop. And this thing was jiggly. So I'm assuming what had happened was that I broke, and I did add a third bolt just because this thing was like flexing. I'm assuming what happened was it popped the Loctite maybe. Apparently, according to the internet, Reddit specifically, there's a keyway, and they douse this thing in Loctite before they set it. So I'm hoping, I mean, I was leaning on it. I am glad that I put that this third bolt in here. I honestly hope that I never have to do this again. I'm still torn. Financially, I'm not torn at all, but part of me wants to put this back to chain. The other part of me is like, nobody is ever gonna know. Because let's be honest, there's nobody watching this. So no one's gonna know that it's belt drive. Oh, and I found out it's a dry clutch, and I have the clutch fiber soaking in oil right now. So I need to pull them out of the bag, clean them off. I hope they dry out. I hope that doesn't slip. Luckily, it's not a real torque monster. Also, still need to call S&S and give them the serial number on this motor. Try to figure out what I'm working with here. Pretty sure it's stock. Also, pretty sure the second oil filter is just there and useless. But hopefully, I got a few days off of work, so I'd like to make some serious progress on this bad boy in the next few days. But I guess right now, the first thing that we do is see if we just cost ourselves more money. One pulley. And there's a decent amount. I don't know if you can see that. That looks like belt fiber to me. I mean, it's a little chewed, but a big ass spacer in here. Sweet. This will go on the shelf with clutch components. Let's take a look at this belt. It was sketchy using that lock block and putting so much. All right, let's take it off. Putting so much torque. We'll inspect this in a second. Putting so much torque on that belt sketched me out. Oh, I got a steel back here still. Idiot. And a fiber. Alright. Well, that's good because I was like, there's no way a fiber is last in my previous video. That looked like the end of the basket to me, but you know, what do I know? So I'll clean everything. I don't know, try off those fibers and then set it back in there. Alright, so there's the keyway. And the key. Looks greased. It looks like there's a ball bearing in this shaft, which is also really weird. I don't know, man. This seal looks pretty good to me. I mean, it looks dry, is what I should say, because what the fuck do I know? Alright, I'm going to pause this and put this shit on the shelf and try to reset for a second. But, alright, so that's a keyway. Everyone's saying spline shaft. I gotta be honest with you dudes. I don't know what the fuck a spline shaft is. I'm assuming this comes out. Oh yeah. There's a lot of glue and stuff. Alright, so this, if I lose it, big no good. I'm gonna pause. Find somewhere to put this little anvil looking thing. Alright, so looking at the belt here, I don't know how well you can see. There's definitely some wear and like a split. Almost looks like something passed through. And then on this side, it's like beveled. Wore in real nice like. I'm gonna have to play the video back and see which way I took it off. But I'm willing to bet that this was on the inside, this cut right here, and whatever was going on here. But I don't know if that's where I had that locking block. But this edge is definitely where all that material was coming from. Am I gonna run it? Probably. Am I expecting this to grenade? Definitely. Alrighty. We're back. Wish I had a cameraman. Okay, primary's getting ready to come off. I had some thoughts that I wanted to share with you while I was resetting, but naturally, I don't remember them. I've been back to the little tabbies on the 4 bolts while you were getting more popcorn or whatever. This is why I need to clean. I have an extension. Like 3 of them, to be honest with you, but it is a minefield in here. I have an extension that's too long. The other side of the bike. Oh, my microphone. Probably couldn't hear me at all. Still trying to put this somewhere where you don't hear me breathing. Not very tight. Fairly tight. This one was good thing it's got those little locking deals on there, because I'd say finger tight. I'm a little bit worried about this seal. Pulling this off, potentially ruining it. Still looks pretty dry to me. Got some oil down here. I don't know. Did clean up the outer primary. I got it sitting in Neverdole right now, trying to get some of the rust specks out of it. The direction of the aesthetic of this bike, I'm really not sure. I have an idea in my head, and then when parts became available, purchased them. So not sure how everything's gonna look. But I think I got a pretty good idea. Definitely already bought some things that I don't think I'm going to use, but they go for a buttload of money on eBay for what they are. It's not like mega expensive, but still need to buy a bearing kit for the swing arm. Okay, short ones are up front. There's a long one in the middle. And let's take a look at longest bolt to the rear by the swing arm, medium-sized bolt the other side of the transmission, 2 short ones by the magneto. Next question is, does the magneto need to be pulled? Should be able to slide around. Yeah, it'll slide around. We gotta figure out how to get this plug out. Looks like shit. Alright. Got some Allens on the outside. And Allen too. So I'll put these down here with the clutch bolts for now. I don't know, maybe split this video up into 2 parts. This shit's getting fucking long. At least I don't have to worry about it being so long that you don't finish the video because you're not watching it anyways. Alright. Oh, that was crazy. What is happening here? Trying to give you guys a decent angle. My double chin. So we got a couple bolts on the exterior of the interior of the primary. Then we're going to do usage of vocabulary. I should lift this thing up because it is a lift after all. But honest with you dudes, there's so much going on with this. I'm afraid it's gonna fall over. Possibly 2 bolts. I found some bolts that I laid out very neatly on the other side of the lift that I'm assuming went to the starter. But reassembly. I got some screws I put back, which is cool. I just took the bolts for the inner and outer primary off just because that looked like an accident waiting to happen. To be honest with you, definitely before I go inside tonight, I'm gonna these clutch bolts with clutch springs. Got to take the clutch. I'm gonna do a little bit of organization. See if this little flimsy chrome gayness. Oh, it used to be black, but the black's peeling thanks to this. That would have been nice. Maybe I'll paint it black with some spray paint or something. Give it a little pop. Some contrast, you know what I mean? I love contrast. What I don't love is contradictions. You know what I'm saying? Jiggle. Give it a tug-a-rooney. Alright. And we are lost again. You know what else is lost? My rubber malute. I think there's an Offspring song for this. keep them separated. Well, shit. I'll be right back. Because you don't... Nope, that's the whole thing. It's getting light. It's getting light in here. I can see it. What I'm not going to do is like jam a screwdriver in there and fuck up the case. All the bolts, theoretically, are out. That's a decent amount of ass. Why don't you like me? Alright, I guess I'm gonna double check. Oh, that plug comes right out of there. Look at that. Gayness for my anus. Cool, man. It's got one O-ring. Oh, too far. Alright. Good thing it was belt drive. That thing would have been puking oil, I reckon. Cool. Mid-conversion. Complete. I'm going to get back on my knees. You don't want to see that. Double check that there's not another exterior bolt for the interior. Alright, so hopefully this is the last clip of the disaster of this video. I messed around trying to get the inner primary off for, I don't know, an hour, and it has been determined through extensive, which is as minimal as possible, research. Looks like this stuff needs to come off. Messed with that for a little bit, and yeah, it spins. Everything on it spins. A dude on Instagram that I bought some parts off of told me that this is hardened steel and to put some channel locks on it and just break it loose. I was afraid of marring the metal up. He said it'll be fine, throw a rag around it. Went to the gym, got some channel locks. So yeah, I'm going to pull this off. I'm not recording much more. I'm in a bad mood, and I don't know, there's probably 45 minutes of footage of me trying to get off a fucking primary cover. So, inner primary, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, the next clip will be it off. And I'm going to dick around for the rest of the night and probably listen to music. Because I don't feel like recording for no one. Alright, cool, man. I'm better on like America's Funniest Home Videos than I am at working on motorcycles. But spent probably another hour with channel locks and rags and rubber boots trying to get it on this thing to turn it. Yeah, joke's on me, man. I could have swore I tried it, but the whole shaft comes out. So I don't need to loosen that. Good news, it's out. Not so good news is I have no idea what is keeping this primary, other than maybe like more glue here. This inner primary cover is sucked the fuck up onto something. I tried putting a pry bar down here. The whole transmission and swing arm started jiggling. Dude, I don't know. I'm gonna keep messing with it. And I know I said the last clip this thing would be off. That thing. Got this out. Wasted a whole bunch of time. But this is how my life goes. I think I got it figured out. Clearly I don't. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we did it. A few things to note. I don't know if oil is supposed to be dripping out of this or not, but it does. There was a bolt. This bolt on the inner primary can only be reached from like up under in the dirty area. But yeah, spent a whole bunch of time gently beating on it, and I couldn't get it. Started looking around. I figured I'd maybe try to get the transmission out, but I can't get this shaft out. That's tomorrow's problem, I guess. Took the scissor lift out of my truck to pop up the trans, took off the trans to engine bolts. Outside of the swing arm and like the neutral switch, that transmission should be pretty much free. Onto the inner primary. Good thing it is a dry clutch. I think I figured out why. Can you see where my finger is right here? That is like a pinhole. Sorry, I'm looking at the camera view. You can see me. Weird. There's like a pinhole here where the bolt, it looks like they drilled and tapped it. There's a tiny, tiny pinhole right there. I'll try to shine a flashlight on it for you. Can you see the... Yeah, you can see it right there. It's like drilled out, and then on this one, it's a smaller pinhole. I won't waste too much time on it. But, yeah, maybe that's why they swapped it to a dry clutch. The little starter gasket is a little boogered up and folded over. It looks like they fucking ran over a cat or something. There's like hair and stuff on everything. It also looks like they did a whole bunch of off-roading. Yeah, I don't know what that blue shit is on that gasket. Don't have to worry about that leaking too much. Dry. At this point, it seems like the easiest thing to do is keep it dry. Something wore here. Maybe it was this belt in the past or something. I don't know, man. Decent gouge. Plug can come out. It was black at some point, but whatever. It's off. I gotta try to get this shaft for the swing arm out. I have a dope ass swing arm. The dude screwed me on the bearings, so I'm gonna have to buy those bare knuckle performance bearings. Hope they fit in the dope ass swing arm. Pay like $450 for some fucking bearings that I was gonna get for $200. I have, let's look at the next dilemma. Chain drive kit, I think it's FXR division, already here. Amazon, Big Daddy, $100. It doesn't fit that. Good googly moogly. Hopefully it does. Alright. I'll have a lot of fun trying to hold that. Electric impact, maybe. Well, I don't know, dudes. How the fuck am I supposed to hold that thing? Well, at least this was way cheaper. I think it was like 19 bucks, maybe 11. I don't know. On Amazon. Leave it open for now. I hope you didn't enjoy watching the side of my head. I'm going to end this video here. Clean this thing up one day. I don't know how you get those fucking holes. They had to have drilled and tapped or something. This thing screwed me. Luckily I got this video to remember to put it back on. There's a ground strap that goes to it. And yeah, it goes through the transmission. Fucking retarded, man. Alright. We did it. I don't know what else to say. I gotta find that bolt now. I took it off and fucking yelled. Ooh, 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 ooh.